Hope you guys are well. Hope you're well. Let me know when you get in here. I got been a rough day. It's just getting dangerous now with my shoulder. Yep, it just, in the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus. My fast didn't last long. My fast lasted till about 9 o'clock last night. Sick. Encouraged me to keep on going instead of running through the nearest sub stop and buy me a sub. A good spouse would have said, "Honey, I have faith." What's up, Gabby? A good spouse, seeing that I'm fasting, would say, "Honey, can I get you some different drinks to help you through this fast so you can better yourself? Honey, what can I do to help you help in your fast?" That's what a good spouse would have done instead of, "Well, you're hungry. You want me to go get you a sub?" It's like when you got a drug addict and the drug addict's going through detox and they're jerking and shaking, and the spouse says, "Well, let's stop it. You want me to help you stop that jerking? I'll go get you some more dope." So hard. Every day's so heartbreaking. She don't bitch. She don't raise hell unless it's got to do with the boy. I played I'll maybe share it with you guys. I found a Facebook short, and it was Jordan Peterson talking to another, I think either a woman or another man, about a father raising a son, and how the father, it's good that a father is rough with his son, playing around, picking, what we call it in the South, playing around, being rough, and raising a son the way a man should raise a son. And he's like, and it's a terrible thing when mothers, who are the comforters, who want to love and cherish and baby their child, runs in 50 times and says, "Oh no, don't do that, you're too rough," or "Oh no, you don't do it this way." And Jordan Peterson said, "Well, a woman does that 50 times to a man. Well, that man learns. The child doesn't learn. The man learns that 50 times I keep trying to be in your child's life, and 50 times you keep pushing me away." And then after that 50 times, the woman gets mad because the man's just finally throwing his hands up in the air. Because what can I do? You won't let me discipline him. You won't let me raise him. You don't let me do anything without you criticizing me. And then now you're mad at me because I finally let you do it all. And finally, because she's always got one of those stupid things in her ears that drives me crazy, I showed her the study that those ear pod things are causing cancer. They're causing brain tumors in the side of your head. She didn't care. So finally, I called her long enough and got her listening to it, and about halfway through, then she starts jabbering back. She couldn't even listen to the whole thing, and the whole thing wasn't maybe a minute and a half long. She could not even listen to the whole thing where somebody else is saying something that I'm saying, but it's coming from somebody else. I don't get it. I don't get it. When you don't follow the way God says to do it, where the man is the head of the household and the man makes the decisions, it never works to perfection. And granted, no relationship is perfection, but you're supposed to thrive to be perfect daily. I mean, the Bible tells a husband to cherish his wife. Yeah. Well, what's the point of doing all the cherishing when the person ignores you? What's the point of doing all the hard work when the woman won't let you do nothing? I mean, I could be with her forever. All I got to do is just shut my mouth, learn to be alone, and just exist. I want to be happy. I want to look forward to the person I'm with. I'm gonna work all day and go home and spend the rest of the day with them, instead of come home and then when she gets home, she kisses me on the foot. Well, doesn't kiss me when she gets home. Goes out on the front porch and falls asleep in a recliner for 4 hours smoking cigarettes. I get about 3 sentences. I've got 3 sentences a day now. 3 sentences a day is what she says to me. I don't get it. I don't guess I ever will. I'm old school. I'm an old school romantic. I like to do the flowers and the cuddling and the hugging and the kissing and the comforting and all that. But I guess most women nowadays don't want that. They don't want that. I know a lot of things is mind control. Mind control is real. Mind control is real. And a lot's got to do with not following what God says to do. Man, I wanted to wait till the traffic was over. Now I'm dead in the middle of freaking traffic. If you don't follow what God says to do, we're in trouble. It's like yesterday, I was fasting, and I started getting busy because I'm supposed to eat with my medicine, and when you fast, you can't eat with your medicine. So I guess it was yesterday afternoon about 5 o'clock, and I was just sitting there on the side of a mountain, just praying, just worshiping God all by myself, just talking to God, and I really got in that headspace, just at peace. And then you go home, and you're right back in it. And my daughter's boyfriend, the father of her child, that's him calling. Nobody answered me yesterday. Nobody answered if when I get a phone call, does it just kill it? I don't know. Anyway, as soon as I mentioned his name, that was him. My daughter, unfortunately, my oldest daughter, is very pig-headed. She has to be in charge. She wants to be the boss too. And men are not supposed to be submissive. God did not build us to be submissive. It's just dangerous when a woman will beat a man down so far, and then when a man needs to be a man, he's not used to being a man. That's dangerous. I will never not be a man. I'm a man 24 hours a day. I work, eat, breathe, and sleep being a man. I still lift things I shouldn't lift. I'm still willing to go toe to toe with anybody 10 days a week. It don't matter. There ain't no soy in my diet. I still eat 2 or 3 eggs a day. I still eat bacon with about 90% of my meals. I'm a meat man. Hell, that sub last night I ate had double the meat. It's a 16-inch sub with double the meat. A Philly cheesesteak. I mean, I'm a man. There's too many men, and I guarantee you can take the men of today and all the ones that are soft. And they did a study on this too. All the men that are soft and had feminine ways had very low testosterone because they ate a lot of soy in their diet, drank a lot of almond milk. Just like a lot of these energy drinks, man. A lot of those energy drinks are poisoning men. And I got out of that by the skin on my teeth. Because I drank Gatorade every day for 25 years, 2 big old fat Gatorades every day. Sometimes the Gatorade was mixed half and half with white liquor. Still did it. Real men don't eat tofu. No, I like some sushi every once in a while, but it's just too much money. People don't understand in this country. I was watching, what was that video I was watching earlier? God, I can't even bring it up. I can't even remember it. But Americans, you don't understand. There's been a psychological warfare played on you since 1965. The Russians started it by turning us against each other in 1965. And the largest purveyor of this division is the Democrat Party, but mainly the racial strife blew up under Barack Obama. Not only was Russia out to destroy us, but China took over 20 years ago. And see, China's the one, yep, Yuri's the one that talks about it a lot, but China's the one that had people from China going to our colleges like Duke and Waldorf and all the major league schools. Then they get out and get jobs at our water treatment plants where they're adding all kinds of chemicals to villainize the men. Our show said it best. They're turning the frogs down. was true. The crap in the water's turning the frogs gay. It's real. They're fake. You look at America now, it used to be, I think it was like 1 in 1,200, or no, it's 1 in 10,000 20 years ago of homosexuals in the world, in America. 1 in 10,000. Now it's like, I think it's 4 or 5 out of 10 are gay. Because the mothers mainly drinking all kinds of soy, bathing them too much in this fluorinated water. And my daughter, just like that baby, her extra particular over him, and I get it, but I'm like, you're doing all the wrong stuff because all the new doctors are doing all the stuff that we shouldn't. I mean, the new doctor's saying don't eat eggs. Eggs are bad, don't do it. That's insane. Eggs have so many different kinds of protein in them. China doesn't even have to fight. We don't have a military. That's what Americans don't understand. Americans keep thinking, and some of the world thinks we're still the strongest country. We're not. We don't stand a chance. Our military is weaker than it's ever been since before World War II. Wait till that technology in their body's triggered, and you're going to see every one of them drop off. But you feminize the population, because boys, after my generation, I was the last generation of men, of manly men. After me, it fell off. At the same time that our genetics are being deconstructed, feminized, at the same time they're destroying us, but with our DNA, we've got the media feeding us every sitcom, every talk show, every movie. There's a homosexual, there's a weak married man where the wife wears the pants in the family and he can't do nothing right. At the same time, we're teaching our boys, you can wear a dress, it's okay. Drag queen story hour. We have done everything to destroy men in America. I mean, our troops our veterans are murdering themselves 22 a day, offing themselves. I mean, my neighbor Sam today told me about a guy who used to ride a bicycle around the neighborhood. He called him like aluminum can Dan or something like that. I'm serious, aluminum can Dan on the bicycle man. I think that's what he said, literally. Aluminum can Dan, the bicycle man. Said 2 weeks ago he put a pew-pew in his mouth and pulled the trigger. I mean, I attempted suicide 3 times. That's another thing that psycho chick from California said. He says that he was blamed for 2 murders and he got out of it. No, I didn't say that. I said they tried to blame me for my fiance's murder. And she's like, well, where's the proof of that? Well, I can go bring you the information. They had my Gerber knife in a sealed off bag for 2.5, 3 years before I finally went back and got it, where they were investigating me for murdering her. But you know, that person out there won't ever know that. she wouldn't have cared. Take little tidbits of my story and then turn it against me. It is horrible what's happening to men. Just like I read a stat or heard a stat the other day. I listened to Pearl, maybe Pearl Davis. She's like a 30-year-old virgin. She's waiting for the right man, which is, you know, good to do. She's like, I think it's over the age of 30, women are the #1 pursuers of divorce. Women. Say, well, I just don't think I'm happy. I'm going to go find me another man. And then when they become single and they get on the hunt for a man, they can't find one. Because most of them have a bunch of kids. Most of them have a bunch of debt. Most of them just want that idea of a new man going to make me happy. Listen, every relationship has a honeymoon period where you can't keep your hands off. You're laying in the bed all the time doing some nookie. Eventually, and it's not good that it wears off. I can still be that man. I am ready to freaking rock at all times. I wrote my ex-wife a letter, just like the Bible says, a letter of divorce. I've just got to physically get it to her, but my anxiety is saying I don't want to be in the same state as her. I want to give it to her like the morning before she has to go to court for her criminal convictions she's getting ready to have. Which they'll probably let her off. They'll probably let it all go. The Bible says all you got to do is give a letter of divorce. God doesn't want us divorcing, but a certain criteria that woman reaches, and she does, and God says, you're free. All these Christians who say, it is not God's will for you to get a divorce. You're not allowed to get divorced. You have to stay with that woman forever. No, God gives you an out. That woman cheats on you, or you are allowed to leave. I mean, some of these pastors, it's like, what do I got to do? I got to chain my wife up in the basement so she can't leave? So bizarre. And to be honest with you, I don't feel like a 49-year-old man. I mean, I don't. I've still got all the drive and all the libido of 14 and 18. I'm excited to be 14, but at 18, I had the experience I needed to do what I needed to do. But where's that enthusiasm out of other women? Where's it at? I ain't had nobody pet on me and love on me in so long. And you wonder why men stray. I was watching who's that guy? I had his name, Chris, To Catch a Predator guy. Anyway, he's got a new show on True Blue. It's called SmackDown or something, where he catches predators again. And here this guy comes in the house. Chris Hansen, thank you, JD. Chris Hansen, this man comes in the house, 60 years old, and 60 nowadays is young. I'm 49, and I think I look like I'm 30. If I didn't have any gray in this, I'd look like I was 30. Here's a 60-year-old man agrees to pay the aunt of a 15-year-old girl money for the 15-year-old girl to perform blankety blank on him and then urinate on him. And this guy is a 20-year retired cop. How could you be a cop and you're buying a minor? All the shows I watch my favorite pedophile buster is Colorado Pet Patrol. I like Tommy. I like Tommy. He gets to the point. He's polite when he needs to be. He's loud when he needs to be. He's not playing stupid games like Alex Rosen does. Alex Rosen's like, oh, you're a good guy. Oh, you're homeless and you don't work. Oh, well, thanks for what you do for the country. I appreciate you. And he just blows smoke up somebody's ass for an hour and 45 minutes. What a waste. At least with Tommy from Colorado Pet Patrol, he gets busy with it. Got a little old lady up here doing 30 miles an hour. Why are people scared to pass a moped rider? Anyway, my second favorite predator buster is, it used to be Black Biden, but now it's the Big Bad Wolf. It's a black dude in Long Beach, California. I like watching him. But the number one thing, and I'm not saying I'm taking advice from child predators, but I'm not. These are men, and 99.9% of these men say, I am so lonely. It wasn't the fact that it was a kid, it was just someone talking to me. Because men don't have anywhere to go. We don't have anyone to talk to. There's no one for me to turn to and say, hey, this is going on. That's why I have a YouTube channel. I talk to air and then people cuss me out and then that's it. But we don't have anybody. We don't have anyone to express our thoughts. And when I try to do that with the people around me, they don't hear it. I'm supposed to be here to listen to all their problems. But when I start talking, they just walk away. Oh, okay. You're okay. You'll be fine. We have an epidemic in this country of lonely, attention-starved men who have love to give, but they've got nobody to give it to. Nowadays, in this dating scene, you got to have your portfolio and a credit report for a woman to talk to you. That's ridiculous. And the worst part is the majority of people jump in a relationship too early, then they get out, and by the time they get out, just like Jordan Peterson said in that interview about women and raising children, is the woman has been in a bad relationship and she can't tell the difference between a monster or a predator, so she just treats all men, especially good men, like they're dangerous. I couldn't get Tina to listen to that part. I've got it up so she can hear it. And I was standing there in the middle of the kitchen, letting her see it, watch it, and had a tear fall from my eye because, like, finally it's going to get through. Finally she's going to listen. And then some dumb crap just falls out of her mouth that I do wrong. When you defend in a society, it can be taken down by any country on the planet. We couldn't stop men on camels in the Middle East having sex with little boys. We couldn't stop them. Afghanistan, failure. Iraq, failure. All the war in the Middle East, all we did was murder innocent men, women, and children. But we couldn't win the war. All we did, America, the great Satan, is collapse great, wonderful empires that took care of their people. You can believe all the crap about Saddam Hussein, but his people were fed, they were clothed, some were educated, they had houses, they had everything they needed. It was an operational society until we went over there and spread freedom. Just like Libya. Libya had the highest education rates in the Middle East. They were one of the most prosperous countries in the Middle East. And Hillary Clinton went over there and had him slaughtered because he was going to get off the petrodollar. It's what people don't understand about the men that are coming here. These illegal alien invaders, they haven't lived the last 20 years inducing the chemicals that we do. They haven't had the psychological war done to them, demeaning them. They haven't had the fluoride. They haven't had the same crap that turned the Frogs Gate in their systems. They don't have all the chemicals from the plastic bottles in their systems. They don't have everything that's destroyed the American male coursing through their veins. What's up, Eric? So when they get here and they're here, they are laying waste to anyone in their way. These illegal aliens are not playing. They're beating cops up. They're beating store clerks up. They're beating anybody up gets in the way. And that's if those people, the victims, are lucky enough not to be murdered. Kamala Harris had a new pick for vice president, Tim somebody, and he is so much farther left than she ever was. He gave and still wants to give all illegal aliens driver's license. You let him and Kamala get in there, it's over. But I mean, it's over already. We don't stand a chance. America's finished. Sell everything and let's leave America. Take it all. Sell my Broncos. Sell everything. Let's go. If I get in another country, I can make the way I need to survive. Not going to be easy. But it ain't going to be nuclear bombs dropping on my head when I leave. I'll go be an evangelist somewhere if I have to. God's got a calling on my life. I just ain't got no idea what. I was begging him yesterday, Lord, please tell me what my calling is. I mean, I had only fasted for like 20 hours, and I was already connected, talking to God. Have the clarity of knowing that you're talking to God. Not just, well, this could be me, it could be my idea, but just the clarity of praying to God. And it feel like it's leaving just my direct vicinity. I would suggest anybody out there, sell everything you got and get off this sinking ship. The rats are leaving. Warren Buffett sold all his stock the day before the stock market crashed. So they knew it was coming. A bunch of really rich people knew it was coming. What's up, Zoloft? It's just like the housing market. They all know it. They know it's getting ready to plummet. They know right now you sell as fast as you can and get out. Because when the truth catches up with our housing bubble, it's going to collapse everything. It's like my daughter's house. My daughter's house 5 years ago was worth about, somebody bought it for her and flipped it to her. She paid $192,000 for it. The people before her, I think they bought it for $60,000. And they didn't make any improvements. They just did a little paint and a little of that snap-on hardwood flooring. That was it. Everybody wants it to crash so they can buy everything. That's the problem. Banks aren't going to loan money anymore. Banks are done. See, when you want to crash an economy, kill the housing market. The car market's already dead. And then have the banks raise the interest rates so high that nobody will take a loan. So the banks aren't giving out any money either. And the car market, the American car market is dead, intentionally destroyed by Joe Biden and the Democrats to put China in control of the electric car market. It's like Ford had the 7.3 Power Stroke diesel, the best diesel ever built up to that time. And Barack Obama said, nope, can't do that no more. We're going to make emissions even stricter. So then Ford went and took the 6-liter, made a smaller case and put 6-liter in it, trying to make it EPA compliant. And guess what happens? Head bolts stretching, popping, head gaskets flying out, rods coming out the bottom of the blocks. And it took Ford, and that destroyed Ford's truck reputation because they had the best reputation for 70 years until the 6-liter Ford come out. Then they went with a 6.3 and then a 6.7 twin turbo. And they just now started to get the reputation back. But now, a freaking diesel truck is $100,000. Who can afford a $100,000 truck? It's idiocy. That's why the trucks, like my Bronco, 95 to 2005, the non-def trucks, you can't find them. And if you find them, they're $30,000. $30,000. Those cars are money pits, destroy our roads. Oh yeah, people don't understand. Behind every charging station is a diesel generator burning diesel fuel. Nope, that works off the sun. That's electric. We can't tell you where electricity's coming from, but it's good. I wouldn't have a new car if you gave it to me. I don't want it. I don't want a new car. I like my old stuff. I like to have the front end rebuilt on my Ranger and the brakes to be bled. I would like that. I like my tachometer to work, but I got my cold AC fixed again. So I'm comfortable. I'm fine. My Bronco, it needs a lot of work. It just doesn't have to have it, but it needs a lot. Give me a minute. I'll get right back with you. Oh, got my shoulder. Oh, listen. I mean, the crap's already hitting the fan. And what I tell you, I'm telling you, they're not going to let this election happen. They are not going to let it happen. They're going to retain the power. They're going to 25th Amendment Joe Biden. And they're going to wait until the next. They may do a midterm, but they won't do a presidential election. If they do a midterm election and Kamala Harris becomes president, guess what happens then? Then the next down would be the Speaker of the House. And guess who's the Speaker of the House will be when the Democrats take over? Do you know? Nasty Nancy Pelosi. So imagine Nancy Pelosi and Kamala Harris running America. They will literally hand the keys over to the kingdom. That sounds terrifying to me. Woman and child out there. But nobody cares. I wish I cared less. I just want to be closer to the Lord. I won't, you know, and they say, I think it's 40% of children go to church when they get older, when their mother takes them to church. 70% of children stay in church when the whole family goes with dad to church. And I guess that's why I went back to my religious, I don't want to say religious, but my Christian love Jesus roots, is because my dad, he forced us into church. My dad caused me to stray for many years because you can't tell somebody that they gotta go to church. You can when they're kids, but it turns people off to Jesus. And that's the problem nowadays, is people hate religion. Religion gets blamed for a lot of bad stuff because religion's bad. Jesus didn't promote a religion. He promoted himself. He said, love me and you will love my Father. So, a lot of hard times ahead for Americans. You guys got any questions, anything to say? I'd love to hear from you so I don't feel like I'm alone, because I'm about the loneliest person you will ever meet. My children really only call me when they want something, and that hurts too, because I feel like I'm being used. Let's go back here. I don't want a new car, need in 2012. And it's just like they're putting windmills in the ocean, and now they're saying all the windmills ain't been in the ocean for 6 freaking months, and then the arms they're already falling off, and all the oil's going into the sea. Well, they want to destroy the environment. They want to destroy everything about America. They want to destroy the sea. They want to destroy our water supply. They've already destroyed our water supply. East Palestine still hasn't gotten their water fixed yet. Detroit, they ain't got their water fixed. Ain't nobody got. And while at the same time they're geoengineering and they're dumping all this heavy metals on us. And that's you can't have aluminum in the water supply and expect food to grow. Just like me this year, I didn't have any corn come up. None at all. Now my okra is finally doing something. Finally. I've only gotten 2 banana peppers. And I really wanted to eat my okra, but I gave it away because you're supposed to give your first fruits to God. Is this thing working right? You're supposed to give your first fruits to God. So I had to wait, and hopefully I didn't give my okra away and it was rotten. But this is a totally different world. Lead's in the water. Yeah, they said, well, the aluminum in the water is so terribly bad. It's bad, and it's all through the water supply. And then all this stuff is falling on our plants. So it's not only the stuff where they're putting vaccine in the vegetables and in all the stuff you buy from the store, but hell, the stuff's falling from the sky into it. And people are like, well, I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know what we're going to do. It is bizarre, but I got to get busy. I love you guys. Like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you later.